Everyone, how you doing? My name's Ben, I'm lead educator at Lumenswap, and I'm also the founder of Boring Crypto. In this video I'm going to be talking about how you can buy, swap and provide liquidity using a Ledger Nano S. A Ledger Nano S is one of these. It is a cold storage hardware device. Now what you might want to do is something that I've got going on here, and you can see in that there's little star colours on the different ones. We've got that red star there. We've got another one right, can you see this one? I've got another one right here. So there's a couple there. And what I do is I tend to diversify, right, different assets onto different ledgers. I think for the sake of whatever they cost now, about 40, 50 quid, I don't even know. It's best to have assets not just diversified in your portfolio across different networks, but also diversified across different storage devices, and also making sure that you've got those seed phrases spread out as well. So everything is almost distributed. You're not relying on, you haven't got a single point of failure for all of your crypto assets. Should you be burgled, should you have a house fire, should you have any problems, remember, if you write down your seed phrase, you put that in somewhere safe, but I would advise you to put a copy of that somewhere external to your property, because you can do a whole hard factory reset on these devices. You could buy a brand new device and you can put in an old seed phrase. It will bring up all of your crypto assets. Last thing you want to be doing is losing any of your crypto. So whether that's your mum or someone that you get on with, someone that's, I would say, that's not in crypto, they're not in crypto, and you write down your seed phrase, fold it up into a piece of paper and put it maybe on a book, on a bookshelf that they never read, and it's just there safe, and just say, can I keep it there? It's highly unlikely it's ever going to be found by anyone that's going to be coming in, into their house. And also it gives you that element of security. Should anything happen in your house, you've got this copy elsewhere. But like I said, a series of words is going to mean nothing, absolutely nothing, to someone that is not in the crypto space. Okay, let me get cracking with this. This is not going to be a lesson on how to use a ledger. I'm going to assume that if you are watching this, you already have a ledger, you have it set up, you know about Ledger Live, about Ledger Manager, and you know you can only have a few different apps, maybe 3, sometimes 4 apps on your ledger device. You're having to take those apps off and put other apps on so that you can interact with different blockchains and ledgers. And what this essentially means, well, when I first started, I was scared. I was terrified, in fact, thinking, if I take this app off the Ledger device, what's going to happen is I'm going to lose all my Bitcoin, my Ethereum, whatever else, right? But that's not the case. It's just the fact you're moving a little piece of software off, putting a piece of software on, so that you can interact with that blockchain, and then you can switch back and switch forward. The assets themselves, all of the wallet information is on the ledger, is on the blockchain, is not on this. This is just an access point. Very much like the screen in front of you right now. It says a decentralized exchange on Stellar. Nothing could be further from the truth. It's not a decentralized exchange on Stellar, but many of these Stellar clients, I've noticed, use this kind of wording. Now, they use this kind of wording saying they're decentralized exchanges, and I've passed this to the top tier team at Lumenswap and said they need to have a look at this, they need to change it, and they've promised me with the new website they're going to. Right? This is an access point into the Stellar ledger. It is not a decentralized exchange. The actual Stellar network itself, that has all of the liquidity, all of the buy and sell orders already built into it, the SDEX, this Stellar decentralized exchange, and of course the automated market makers are now at protocol level, L1 level as well. So this is all built into the network. These things like Lumenswap are just access points into that network. So let us have a look here. We have the Stellar Ledger tutorial account. All I've done here, guys, I've just whipped over 100 XLM so we can have a look at how this process works. I'm just going to show you, in fact, let's pull that off, right? And then we've just reconnected that Ledger device, right? So we've got 100 XLM in this account. I'm connecting, and then it asks me to put a pin in. So like I said, this is not a tutorial about the ledger itself, but I will go through and put the pin in. So now we are good to go. The next thing I need to do is I need to select the Stellar app, yeah? So on here at the moment, I've got just a couple of apps. I've only got Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Stellar. So I'm connecting with the Stellar app, which is great. That's that done. Now I can go across and I can launch the app and I can come here, because what I'm going to be wanting to do is swap some of my XLM for another asset. So I'm launching into the order book market, or the OBM. I'm coming to the swap and I'm connecting my wallet. I'm coming down to Ledger, and you can see it's populated right up the top there. Simple, very, very easy. Yeah, connect here. I'm just going to swap myself 10 XLM, selecting an asset. I want some LSP. It's going to tell me I can get 36 LSP, and I'm going to swap those assets and confirm. Now on my ledger, it's asking me to review this transaction. I'm scrolling through, and as soon as I come to the end after I finish scrolling, it's quite some way that you have to scroll. It says finalize transaction or cancel, so I'm going to double click finalize transaction, and we should see that this is going to get sent to the network and confirm. Right, so I've confirmed that. Let's have a look. Success. Done. So I should now have my 10 XLM's worth of LSP balance. There we go. So this is now on my ledger. Right, that's it done. It's a little bit of around the houses way. It's not quite as easy, but you've got their multi-signatures that you need. So you need to obviously confirm it on here, confirm it on here, right? So basically a double confirmation. I've got that. So now we've got some XLM and we've got some LSP. I want to go and put some liquidity in the liquidity pool. So I'm going to come back out to select apps. I'm going to come into the automated market maker, and I'm going to provide, and I can provide liquidity into any pool I wanted to if I have the assets here. We're going to connect into the wallet. We go into the ledger. It's found the Nano S, so we're connecting that up. Error connecting. Let's just basically, sometimes if I just quit this and I come back into Stellar, let's just click off to that. Right, so you can see now, sometimes it's just a little, you get a little glitch here and a little glitch there that you just have to sometimes unplug it, plug it back in, put your PIN number in and mess around a little bit. I don't know why. Sometimes it doesn't, it's fine, and sometimes it's just a little glitchy. So we just have to obviously take that into consideration. Don't feel that it's not working for you. Try a few different methods. Now we've got obviously my pools up here, which there's nothing in there. All right, we haven't created a pool yet. If I click onto the pools, I've got the usual information. My pools, new pool, and then I've got these two balances. Well, what I want to do is I want to put 35 LSP into this pool with 9.5 XLM. So this is what I want to create. So I'm going to click create, and I'm going to click confirm. So I'm waiting for that signature, and again, it's asking me on my ledger device. I'm going to quickly go through. I'm going to look for that confirmation at the end, finalize transaction, double click, sending it to the network. We're waiting for that to happen, and we're going to see we've got a success. So now we've got a $4.85 position in XLM LSP, and of course you could make it as big or as small as you liked. I'm just doing it as a demonstration, hence it being so small. What we can do now as well is we can take this address, so we're going to copy the address. We're going to have a little tootle over to Block Explorer, and we're going to come down to this box, search box, and we're going to search the address, and it should say to us now, look, we've got some pool shares. Yeah, we've got our pool shares, we've got the last little bit of LSP we didn't use, and we've got our XLM. So this account wasn't active just a few minutes ago before I put the 100 XLM in, but now what we've got is we've got a XLM and LSP liquidity pool, and we're going to be getting rewards for that. We've also got ourselves some XLM that I first sent over. We've done a swap between two assets and the double confirmation. And we've now gone over to look at our balances. Should this be an incentivized pool, you will be getting your assets sent into here. Okay, you can disconnect this. Not a problem at all. You can disconnect the hardware wallet. You know, what we can do now is we can say, thank you very much. I can now quit that. So I've quit. Come out of that. I'm disconnecting. So you can see now there's no wire connected to this. Yeah, it's disconnected. I can put that away. Yeah, put that away in my safe. That's everything done. Happy days. Now this is obviously going to start earning me. So that's a way that you can utilize a ledger device. Again, please, please, please use a security focused mindset with regard to this. If you're going to be using one of these devices and you buy one of these devices, don't just be looking at the cheapest option. I recommend you probably go to the ledger site itself. If you are going to be buying off any of the online marketplaces, when the box arrives, make sure that it's properly sealed with the cellophane, with the vacuum seal on it, okay, and you just check round it that no one's actually tinkered with that, right? When you come into the box itself, inspect inside the box, make sure you're doing everything right, and that is a new install. Right, the last thing I've seen it before happen where people have bought used ones, etc., and they've fallen foul. Scammers will try and get you at every angle. There's now really, really good devices. These are actually relative. I mean, when I say relatively old in crypto, they're not old, but they still work absolutely fine if you update the firmware and you do all the stuff you're supposed to do. Okay, they're absolutely perfect. But there are now a range of other options with hardware wallets, crypto hardware wallets. I hope it's been useful, everyone. Of course, as I said, you can use, a variety of different clients. You can swap a variety of different assets. It doesn't have to be Lumenswap and it doesn't have to be LSP that you're using. It can be any that you like at all. Give me your comments down below. Has this been helpful? Are you going to be jumping on and getting a cold storage hardware device? And of course, please put underneath if there's something specific in the Stellar world that you want training in, whether it's wallets, whether it's automated market makers, whether it's NFTs, whatever it might be. I'm always happy to hear your suggestions, and if I've got time, I'll add those videos to my schedule to bring you more content. Take care, everyone. Speak to you soon, and goodbye.